Hey, I just watched Billy Joel and I stole 3 piano moves that you can use instantly in your own playing.
And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. I'm not really sure how it goes.
Yes!
Son, can you...
There are 3 essential elements to Billy Joel's piano playing, and I've laid them out for you in this simple 3-step roadmap. Billy's chords, Billy's fills, and Billy's accompaniment. Starting with the most important Billy Joel technique, chords. Billy does something very unusual with these chords. Give it a listen. Notice that he's not using ordinary pop chords, he's using jazz chords. The secret here is that he's adding just 1 note to his first chord, D minor, by making it a D minor 7th. But then he totally catches us by surprise with the next chord. What was that? Well, that's one of the least used chords in the book, and it's called a diminished chord. Come on, Billy, you're getting really weird here with your chords. But hold on, it's all got a purpose. Because next, he lands on one of the most unique chord progressions I've ever heard. Listen, that chord. What makes this chord so special is that it uses dissonance, and dissonance is when the notes rub against each other. Listen to the 3rd chord he plays. 1, 2, 3. You hear that chord? What I love is that he does not play an ordinary C major. Instead, he plays a C major 7, and then he takes this B, he puts it on the bottom, and he gets this really nice rub. And then he does it again later. Watch what happens when he walks down a chord progression. Here it is.
There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin.
Did you hear that? Instead of playing the usual walk down chords, C major, G major, A minor, and then C major, he plays this. Basically, he's substituting chords. So instead of playing C to G major, he plays C to a C major 7. A C major 7 is that, but he's playing an inversion. And then instead of an A minor, like that, he plays, this is basically an F major 7, but he's playing it in an inversion. But that's not all Billy Joel does with his chords. Watch as he casually plays one of the most beautiful chords in the book, kind of as an afterthought. Instead of staying on this chord, the C major 7, he goes. This chord is called the D minor 7 over C, and it sounds beautiful. So the technical name for this chord is called the D minor 7 with a drop 2. And basically it's when you take a chord like the D minor 7, that A, and you put it in the bottom, and you get this sound. If you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it, and it helps the YouTube algorithm to help this video reach more people. But the next Billy Joel move is where it really starts to sound amazing. Billy's fills. If there's one thing that you should steal from Billy Joel's playing, it's his fills. And this is probably the most important Billy Joel fill to learn because he uses it almost everywhere in his playing.
Not really sure how it goes.
Here it is.
But it's
This is called a slip note, and it goes like this. And the amazing thing with this fill is that you can use it on just about any chord progression. The fill goes like this. So I'm basically taking my chord like D major, I remove the bottom note, I take that note in the middle, and I go down a whole step. Then I slip up to the 3rd note while I play the A on top. And then you can do it on the G chord, like that. But there's another fill that Billy loves to use.
He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes.
So the fill is simple. This shows off Billy's prettier side because I call these pretty sixths. Basically, I'm just playing G and E, which are a sixth apart, and then I walk it down. But the last Billy Joel fill comes in very unexpectedly because it's pretty understated. Listen closely. Here it is.
And he's talking with Davy, who's still...
Basically, he's playing this little melody, and all he's doing is taking his chords like D major, walking it up, and then G, walking it up, okay? And it's a really nice touch. Now these two moves will get you about 70% to Billy Joel's sound, but there's one more critical move. And if you don't learn it, then you're not gonna unlock that true Billy Joel sound in your piano playing. Billy's accompaniment. The next technique is so powerful that once you learn it, you'll never play the piano the same way again. Watch what Billy does in his accompaniment.
Can you play me?
This shocked me when I first heard it, because when Billy Joel is accompanying at the piano, he does not just sit on a major chord. Instead, he breaks up the notes in a very interesting way. In this case, he's just walking up the chords. C, and then he goes up C to an F, and then he lands on an F chord. He also does this in the intro. Yeah. Instead of just playing the chord, he breaks it up. But there's one accompaniment technique that tops them all, yet it is so subtle that you might have to listen to it twice just to hear it. Here it is.
Says Bill, I believe this is killing me. As
Yes!
the smile ran
Sounds
away
so
from
good.
his face.
Did you hear it? It sounds like a string orchestra playing the piano. I call this a lilting technique, and it's something that you might hear in a film score when it starts to sound pretty epic. And I love how Billy just kind of casually throws this in. And by the way, most piano accompanists will never play something like this because they're too afraid of playing high on the piano while they're singing. But Billy Joel, he's pretty fearless.
But Johnny, what about Billy's solo? How could you forget his solo?
Oh yeah, you mean this little epic solo? Okay, I'm gonna give you a bonus move here. Before I show this to you, I wanted to let you know that I'm actually making a new series where I show you different piano moves worth stealing. So to be the first to see these videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And now for that Billy Joel solo. Most people don't realize that Billy Joel tends to use one scale when he solos, and once you learn this scale, you can actually use it on lots of different tunes. It's called the major blues scale and only has 6 notes: C, D, D sharp, E, G, and A. Now if you want to learn more about how to solo with a major blues scale, click this video right here.